If you find yourself doing or not doing something based off the opinions of others, do I have an episode for you? Just stay tuned until after the music. You're about to listen to a great episode of the Laz and B Experience podcast. Within this episode, my hope is that you obtain something that will help you find your success. So grab a pen, get your paper, your favorite snack or drink, and really listen to what I have to say. I truly believe it can be what you need to get you to your next level in life. So grab a seat and enjoy the ride, and I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to another episode of the Laz and B Experience podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. This is going to be another great episode where I know the topic is going to be able to help you as you are on your journey to your success. And with that, this episode, I will be talking about how to stop caring about other people's opinions of you, of your goals, of your vision, of whatever you want to stop caring about when it comes to other people's opinions of you. But before I get into that main topic, I do have a small story or short story time I would like to talk about today. So when I was in high school, even though I was involved in a lot of things, and if you have listened to previous episodes, you know all the things I was involved with in high school, I wasn't the coolest or most popular person in school. I would say I was probably more well known than anything. People knew who I was, but that doesn't mean they wanted to build a friendship with me for whatever reason. I also didn't have the coolest or the latest clothes or shoes or anything like that either, which again, I don't think I really cared about that much, but it's just what it was. Now, with that being said, I have been the butt of a lot of different jokes. And even though with that, I didn't feel like it affected me a lot, but sometimes it would get to me with certain situations that have happened in high school. Now, over 10 years later, some of those same people are still living in the same neighborhood, still living in the same city, and really have nothing to show for themselves. And I'm not saying it's bad to still live in the same neighborhood or still live in the same city 10 plus years after you graduate from high school. The bad part is having nothing to show for themselves. And that can happen if you're still living in the same neighborhood as you were in high school or moving 100 hours away from that neighborhood. If you have nothing to show for yourself, that's the big part. So now looking back, I really have no reason to have cared about what people said to or about me when I was in high school or when we were in high school. Now, even though I don't think I'm at 100% of not caring about other people's opinions of me, I am at least around, I would say, 85 to 90% of not caring. And with this episode, I hope to help you get to at least there without having to wait or be on a 10 plus year journey. So with that, let's get into this main topic. Now, I think for some people, if they can just get the opinions from other people about their lives out of their head, they will make it so far in life. Sometimes someone's opinion of you, especially if it's someone you respect, can be crippling to your success, and you don't even know it. So yes, some opinions could be useful for you, but a lot of them are not and should be just thrown in the trash. But how do you get to that point? Well, that's a great question. And for the first way I believe that can help you get to there or get to that point is being secure and happy with yourself. Know what makes you happy and do just that. Truly being in your happy place, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, will cancel any negative feeling or energy someone might give you. You should also understand that everything you do won't be correct or look good, and be okay with that. Nobody is perfect, including the people who may judge you, so learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. It's also important to continue to speak positive words to yourself. If you accomplish a goal of yours, whether it's big or small, literally tell yourself that you're proud of yourself. I do this all the time. And some people, you might start out saying it in your head, but like I've got to a point where I usually say it like out loud after I finish something, like after I finish recording a podcast, or after I finish a homework assignment, or after I finish something at work. Like I literally tell myself I'm proud of myself, and that gives me positive affirmations and positive energy towards still working towards my goals and being successful at them. If you get the answer to a question wrong in front of a class, tell yourself, at least I tried, or I'll get it right the next time. Saying these positive words to yourself might seem small or even silly, but if you make it a habit, it will help you see yourself in a more positive light. And I honestly believe that, because like I said, I've been doing that for, I don't know, at least a year or two now, of telling myself that I'm proud of myself whenever I accomplish a goal, both big and small. And it has made me feel a different way when it comes to completing my goals and being on my vision or living out my vision. Now, on the other side of that, keep from being negative to yourself. There are enough people in this world who already tried to be negative to you. You don't want to add yourself to that list. Now, just because you make a mistake at school or at work doesn't mean you are terrible or that you're dumb or stupid or anything like that. Just look at it as a chance to continue to learn and grow. And if someone tries to put you down for it, again, speak those positive words to yourself and simply ignore them. And I know sometimes it's harder, or it's easier said than done, to ignore the negative energy from other people, but the more you focus on the positive, the less you focus on the negative. Now, as long as they are not putting you down physically, their words only have power if you give them power. And I think that's very important to understand, that words only have power if you give them power. And that's both positive and negative. So don't give any power to the words or to the people who are negative to you, and only give power to the words and the people and the energy that is positive. Now, another thing you should focus on when it comes to not caring for or about other people's opinions of you is to focus on your goals. The goals you set for yourself, you set for a reason. So keep going until you reach them, and then keep going even more. The more you focus on your goals, the less you can be distracted by outside influence. And as you see yourself accomplishing your goals, the less that outside influence can really affect you. The more you feel good about yourself, the more you feel like you can do what you said you're going to do, the less the outside negative energy can have effect on you, because you know on the inside that you can complete whatever you say you're going to complete. So that negative energy is just going to bounce off of you and go in a different direction. Even if you fall behind in your goals or not accomplishing them as fast as you wish, give yourself grace and acknowledge the things that you get done, no matter how small. I said this a couple times already. No matter how big or small, you should be proud of yourself and tell yourself that you're proud of yourself, so you can continue moving forward with those bigger goals that you have for yourself. Again, keep saying positive words to yourself out loud, write them down, say them in your head, any way that you feel comfortable, so that you can keep the positive energy around you and basically kick out anything negative. Even negative things that you might say to yourself, you can kick those things out of you by only saying positive affirmations, only saying things that are positive about you. Words, I believe, are very powerful if you let them be. So use them wisely when you're talking about you, when you're talking about your success, when you're talking about your vision. And don't be afraid to celebrate yourself as you're staying focused and accomplishing your goals. This will continue to spread positive energy around you and block out the negative energy. And when it comes to your goals and you accomplishing them, also understand people don't see your vision for your life. Some people like to judge things they don't understand or agree with. So let them do what they do or how they feel, and just continue to grow in your vision. Some people won't think you're doing anything good until after you accomplish what you said you're going to accomplish. Again, let them feel the way they feel, and then you continue to build on your vision. Now, I'll be honest, this may be a lot easier said than done for some people, but the more you see and focus on your vision, the less you will see or even care about what comes from the outside. And as you grow your vision and see things become a reality, you will start to see that your vision isn't for everyone. And honestly, it shouldn't be for everyone. There's no way anyone can please everyone. So stay focused on what you can control and continue to grow from there. Now, like I stated earlier in this episode, there will be some opinions that can be useful, so you'll have to be able to take them as constructive criticism. Now, the way to decipher between constructive criticism and negative energy is the intent behind the feedback. So if they are saying things like you can't do that or that's unrealistic and don't give you any type of advice or positivity to the situation, that might be them just spreading their negative energy, or them seeing for themselves not being able to do what you say you want to do. So they're going to say you can't do it either. And you definitely want to stay away from those type of people. Now, if they're asking thoughtful questions or trying to make something that feel unrealistic to them, make it feel realistic, then they might be giving you constructive criticism. But remember, just because it may be constructive criticism doesn't mean you need to take their advice or that it's even correct. So continue to be cautious and take everything with a grain of salt. And I say that with almost all my episodes, including what I talk about, because my experiences, and I'm giving you advice based off what I've been through. And a lot of people who are giving constructive criticisms are doing the same thing. So take everything with a grain of salt and use what you believe will help you with your goals. Now, if you do believe it's something you feel that it will make you better or make your idea better, don't be afraid to make some changes to your original plan. But don't just deviate from your plan because the person who said it was nice about it or it sounded like a good idea. Make sure it's something that you actually believe is a good idea and will get you to your goals or get you to being successful in the way that you want to be successful. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to live with the consequences, whether they are good or bad. Now, the last thing I want to discuss when it comes to caring about other people's opinions of you is to understand that every single person on this earth, no matter how big or small, no matter how rich or poor, no matter how intelligent or not, have and will make flaws. As you probably already know, no one on this earth is perfect. So why let another flawed human being make you feel bad about you or your decisions? At the end of the day, this is all about your mindset. Are you okay with what you are doing and the decisions you are making? Are you okay with making mistakes and learning from them? If you're okay with those two things, you shouldn't care what someone else has to say about it. In a lot of cases, a lot of people who make those negative opinions about you will probably only be in your life for 2 seconds. So are you going to let a person who is in your life for 2 seconds have control over your whole life, the life that you literally have to live until you die? You're literally the only person who's going to be with you 100% of your life. Don't let someone who's going to have a brief 2-second appearance make any lasting negative impact on it. And with that, I hope I helped you, even if it's just a little, to stop caring about other people's opinions about you in your life, and that you can relieve yourself of some of the negative energy so you can crush your goals and live your success. But before you leave this episode, please listen just a few more minutes to participate in the challenge of the week. I would really appreciate it. Now, the challenge of this week is very, very simple. I challenge you just to take what I talked about during this episode and apply it to your everyday life. If you're already at that 100% mark of not caring what other people think about you, that's great. I think that's a great thing. But if you are, just share this with someone who isn't at that point yet. This could be the push they need to change their mindset when it comes to people's opinions and not giving them more power than they deserve. And with that, thank you again for listening to another episode of the Laz and B Experience podcast. I hope you were able to gain something from it to help you along your journey. If you like what you heard today, please like, share, comment, and subscribe so I can know that you're not just listening, but also enjoying the content. If you have questions, comments, topic ideas, or even guest ideas, please don't hesitate to email me at lazandbeexperience@gmail.com. Remember, seasons 1 and 2 are also available on all platforms you listen to podcasts. That's including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and pretty much anywhere else you listen to podcasts at the Laz and B Experience podcast, just like you found this episode. Lastly, for all the readers, I have a blog that covers every individual episode topic that I cover this season, and that can be found at lazandbeexperience.wordpress.com. Now, within my blog, I also have articles from season 2, as well as articles from before I even started a podcast. So there is a lot of different content out there for you to read if that's what you like to do. Again, thank you for listening to another great episode of the Laz and B Experience podcast. And as always, until next time, continue your journey until you reach your success. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of the Laz and B Experience podcast. I really hope you were able to receive valuable information that will help you take actionable steps to get you closer to achieving your goals. If this is true for you, I would really appreciate it if you share this episode with others, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to continue receiving updates on new episodes. I truly am excited about how my experience, the Laz and B Experience, can make a difference in your life. Again, thank you for listening to the Laz and B Experience podcast, and until next time, continue your journey until you reach your success.